What is the PRINCE2 certification and why it could be the best certification for you as a project manager if you are planning to build a long-term career in project management? Let's find that out in this video. Hello, if you are new here, I am Ray and I am a PRINCE2 7th edition Foundation and Practitioner Certified Project Manager with over 15 years of experience in project management across multiple geographies. Currently, I work as a program manager in the UK and I am an authorized training provider or ATO for Axelos and PeopleCert, who are the accreditation organizations for the PRINCE2 certification. So PRINCE2, which essentially means projects in controlled environment, is a complete framework for managing projects across various industries and disciplines. The framework is now in its 7th edition, and you should think of the PRINCE2 7th edition as a roadmap guiding you from the very start of the project all the way to its successful delivery, maintaining a constant focus on the outcomes and the benefits a project will generate after completion. So when it comes to various project management methodologies, you have the PMBOK, i.e. the project management body of knowledge. You also have frameworks like the Agile, Scrum, Kanban, XP, etc. And you also have PRINCE2 as one of the frameworks which are available to drive projects successfully, right? So do not think that the PRINCE2 way of project management is the only way you can manage projects, okay? The choice of the framework depends on the type and the complexity of the project, as you can see in this illustration. So whenever your projects are quite defined in scope, they are process oriented, they need to follow a fair bit of regulatory and governance guidelines, and they are based primarily in sectors of public works, local authorities, defense, healthcare, government bodies, banking, etc. PRINCE2 is primarily the project management framework of choice. If you are finding this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel. Also, if you are willing to get certified in PRINCE2 and would like to learn more about it from videos like this, make sure you subscribe and keep your bell notifications on as well. Now, at its core, the PRINCE2 7th edition framework is built around 7 principles, 7 practices and 7 processes, okay? The principles are like the foundational rules of the methodology, i.e. they emphasize that projects must have a clear business justification, the projects should have defined roles and a focus on learning and adapting. The practices broadly are the areas, as the name suggests, you practice as a project manager across the entire life cycle of the project. For example, risk, quality, plans, and progress. And the processes are the step-by-step journey, okay? i.e. starting up a project, directing it, controlling the stages, managing delivery, and finally closing it down. Now, that's a very broad level bird's eye overview, okay? There are detailed videos on the 7 principles, the 7 practices, and the 7 processes of the PRINCE2 7th edition on this channel, which I would encourage you to watch after this one if you want to have a deep dive within each one of them. Now, moving forward, let's understand what makes PRINCE2 so powerful in its structure, right? Now, broadly speaking, every project in PRINCE2 could be broken down into manageable stages. Now, at the end of each stage, you stop, you review, and you decide whether to move forward with the project. Now, that means risks are caught early, resources within a project are used wisely, and everyone knows exactly what is expected of them. It's like building a house brick by brick and checking the stability of the house at each level before moving on. The PRINCE2 framework also emphasizes on very clear roles and responsibilities, okay? So in PRINCE2, there is no confusion about who does what. For example, the project board makes strategic decisions, the project manager runs the day-to-day management of works, and the team managers deliver the work on the ground. So this clarity reduces miscommunication and keeps a strong line of accountability across the multiple stages of a PRINCE2 project. And here is the real beauty of it, okay? PRINCE2 is scalable and can be tailored as per the scope and the complexity of your project. So whether you are running a small internal project or let's say a massive international program spread across geographies, the same framework of PRINCE2, i.e. the 7 principles, the 7 practices and the 7 processes would apply. You just need to tailor it to fit the size and the complexity of your project. So when you earn a PRINCE2 certification as a project management professional, you are not just learning theory, right? You are stepping into a proven system that has helped organizations deliver projects on time, within budget, and to the right quality. It is structured, it's adaptable, and it's outcome focused. The PRINCE2 certification is most highly valued and widely adopted in the United Kingdom, in Europe, and in Australia. In these regions, it is often a standard or even sometimes a mandatory requirement for project management roles, especially within the public sector, to have a formal PRINCE2 qualification. So if you are a practicing project manager within these geographies, the PRINCE2 certification should be your default choice when it comes to any project management certifications. Now, if you are willing to get PRINCE2 certified, you can reach out to me via the details as mentioned on the screen. I am an ATO, i.e. an authorized training provider for PRINCE2, and I can share with you further details about my training materials and services in case you are interested. So if you have liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you again in the next video.